Go live on Lee. All right. Thank you for joining me. I am currently live now. So let's look at satellite imagery of Hurricane Lee. What you're seeing here is not the eye, actually. I know it looks like the eye is here. The center of circulation, believe it or not, is actually further to the west of this supposed eye. So this is where your center of circulation likely is. Center of circulation is likely somewhere around 48 degrees and just around 15 degrees north. That right here, you see how there's just a lack of cloud cover right here?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That's my live stream. You see how there's a lack of cloud cover here? I know that looks like an eye. I know it does, but it's not an eye. It's just an area of clearing, and it looks like an eye because you got convection here. I would also be mistaken into thinking that this is an eye. But if there was no convection, you know, it's very lopsided. It's a very lopsided storm. So let's look at satellite imagery again. Right here. See? Right here. See how there's this breaking convection, and then it clears up, and then it starts clearing up. I know that looks like an eye, but keep in mind, the convection, it's very poor convection on all sides. Just on the south side, there's convection. This is what I would call a faux eye. It's a faux eye. It's a fake eye. It's not an eye. You want to see what an eye looks like?
That's an eye.
That's an eye. That is an eye. Look at the very, very deep convection. This is a buzzsaw. That is an eye. This is not an eye. So I don't want people saying, oh, there is an eye, there is an eye. When clearly the system has been very disorganized. And you see how there is, right here, you see right here, look at that. There's southerly winds here. It almost seems like your center of circulation is actually somewhere around here, not over here. So this is not your center of circulation. It may appear that there's an eye here, but again, let's cover this up, right? Let's pretend to cover this up and imagine this eye is not there, or that clearing area of clearing is not there.
Wow.
Okay, again, it almost looks like whatever surface circulation is somewhere in this area here, not over here. Let's go to visible shortwave. There. You see there's even already southwest winds over here. So this is clearly not your center of circulation.
Oh, my friend's in the live stream.
Oh, who?
Luke.
I don't see Luke. I see Ethan B.
Chat. It's because you're not looking at the chat. Johnny sent this live to me. Will it go towards Texas? No.
No,
it will not. views on my new video.
All right, Johnny, I'm live. I got 0 views right now. Oh, 1. Oh, hey, Johnny.
You got Luke watching it.
Oh, thanks, Luke. No.
Just tell him, you.
Hmm.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Did you know most
No.
The advanced the ACE right now is around 55.53 or 58.26 right now. Yeah. Takes
I really don't understand. I mean, it's like, it looks like an eye, but it doesn't look like an eye. That's literally the weirdest thing. Wowzer, bro. Next spin, what that? What's that? You got 2 people watching you now. Wow, that's a beautiful storm.
All right. So I'm going back to my live stream right now. So this again is not the eye of the storm.
You got 4 people watching you right now.
Yeah. Johnny. So here's the thing. This is not your center of circulation. Your center of circulation is somewhere around here. I'm trying to look at the low level circulation right now. Here are your low level clouds, mid and low level clouds. These are your high clouds, your convection, your thunderstorms. There you go.
You got 4 people watching you now. How
Thanks.
does that make you feel?
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, they're probably from David's stream, but. No, the. So the reason, okay, so the longer lead takes to intensify. So let's say it takes longer for lead to intensify. The further west lead will get, because it won't be able to tap into the steering currents from the jet stream.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yes. So my concern is that.
Hey guys, this is just my opinion. I don't think it's going to affect land, but there's a very good possibility that it can easily switch directions. So it's best to be prepared in case anything
What is David saying? Yeah, I don't agree with this assessment. I think your biggest threat for severe weather will be further to the south. And I believe your biggest threat for snowstorms is going to be mid-Atlantic.
Dude, okay, do you remember last year how warm it was? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like in December, like my area had so many tornado outbreaks, you remember? It was like back in December, it was bad. I mean, if you think last year was bad, see nothing yet. It's gonna get worse. Am I right though? Am I right?
Yeah.
Andy.
Yes, I do remember. Right.
How bad do you think the severe weather season's gonna be?
Well, this year, not as bad.
What?
Not as bad.
Why are you saying not as bad?
Because we're having an El Nino. El Nino, so here's what El Nino will do. You're not going to have these massive ridges on the East Coast. You're going to have more troughiness on the East Coast. You're going to have a lot of, you're more likely to get ice storms, cold weather this year.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
This winter, yeah.
So you're saying that there's a chance that I could have like 10 to 12 inches of snow this year?
No, ice storms, Johnny. Ice storms. Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh,
If you want snow, you're going to, like, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia is going to get a lot of snow this winter. D.C., Philly, Boston, a lot of snow. And I'll explain why. So right now, I'm going to quickly look at sea surface temperature anomalies.
Dude, you got, dude.
I know, I got... So right here, Johnny, right here, we have very warm waters. So we're going to have some blocking from Greenland, definitely. If this holds, if this warm anomaly holds, major blocking from Greenland.
What's that streak of blue in the Atlantic? What is that?
That's cold water upwelling from Hurricane Franklin. That skirted Bermuda. That's cold water upwelling from Hurricane Franklin. This right here is El Nino. Good news is that it's weaker. So if you want big snowstorms and you don't want a warm East Coast, you don't want a warm winter, good. This is good news. The El Nino right now, what we're seeing is weakening. We were, just a few days ago, we were talking about greater than 5 degrees Celsius, and now this is breaking up. Yeah. So let's look at El Nino right now. So let's look at Coral Reef Watch, and let's look at an animation for the last 30 days. Right here. So you want to pay attention to this region right here. Let me zoom in. Okay, right here. Look how warm this was. And just in the...
7 people watching it.
Yeah. So in the last few weeks, let's see, very warm waters, and they just disintegrated. Look how they just disintegrated. Your El Nino is gone. You went from major strong El Nino to moderate El Nino, just like that. And this was an Eastern-dominated El Nino, not like 2015, 2016, no. This is a more Eastern-dominated El Nino, which, guess what? For those who love snow and live in the Northeast, big snows. However, there's a wild card. Big wild card, and that is this here in the Atlantic and the Pacific. Right here, we're looking at, has anyone ever heard of the Pacific Decadal Oscillation, PDO? Or, which is a fluctuation. So the warm phase would typically have cold waters here, warm waters here. So you'd have cold and then this area of warm. Right now, what we're seeing is we're having a combo of both. We're seeing this area of warm water here.
Area of warm water?
Yeah, right off of a Gulf of Alaska. But we're seeing this very warm anomaly off of Hokkaido and off of the Kuril Islands, extending to about 170 degrees east or 170 degrees west. So right up to the international date line. Very warm waters, about 5 degrees Celsius warmer than normal. But over the last week or so, they've been confined further west, and we're seeing a big warm anomaly here. This is going to be a major wild card this winter. This is part of the reason why California had an atmospheric river event despite La Nina conditions. So will California have will the West Coast have another atmospheric river this winter? Yes, very likely there will be some forms of major storms for California. However, cold and snow, not very likely. Because this time we're having a warm anomaly here, so there will be ridging on the West Coast, but there will be atmospheric river events, so it's going to be a wet and mild winter on the West Coast. Still, you're going to get a lot of snows in the Sierra Nevada and in the Rockies, but not as much as last year. So I would urge people to still conserve water because Lake Mead and Lake Powell are still near record lows. I'm just going to focus on this for a little bit and get back to hurricanes Hova and Lee.
Yep.
Right now, we're dealing with the warmest Atlantic on record. On record.
On record.
Yes. This is the warmest the Atlantic has ever been as a whole.
Really?
Yes. This is the warmest the Atlantic has ever been. This is the anomaly. Let's look for the North Atlantic. This is the warmest the Atlantic has ever been. Look at this. This is not a joke when I say the warmest the Atlantic has ever been. You want to know 2020 record Atlantic hurricane season? This is for the North Atlantic as a whole. Sea surface temperatures from warm Atlantic. For the North Atlantic. Sorry. 2020, record hurricane season. Yeah. This is for the Atlantic as a whole. Most of this is concentrated right in the Labrador Sea and some across the tropical Atlantic. This is why, despite a fairly strong El Nino, we're having very active hurricane season. In fact, it's one of the most active hurricane seasons in recent history. Why? Because of very, very warm Atlantic waters. This is because we're currently having a warm phase of the AMO, or the Atlantic Multidecadal Oscillation. That's why the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and 60s were so active. There was a 30-year period from the 1930s through the 1960s that had a very warm Atlantic. We had the 1938 New England hurricane, the 1944 Great Atlantic hurricane, Donna. I mean, this was a period of approximately 30 years of very warm Atlantic water temps. And then we had a period of cooler temps known as the cooler period of the Atlantic, known as the cold AMO. Of course, there were some warm years as well, but predominantly cold. That's why for the 1970s, 80s, and early 90s, wasn't very active. But this AMO is different. It was very likely not as warm this last time. This is driven by climate change. If you go back to the if satellites existed back then and exist now, there's definitely going to be marked warming. Because even with the cool phases, there were some years that were cooler. Satellite records are showing that global temperatures are still increasing. So in fact, I'm just going to focus on this for just a couple minutes. Right here. There is clear warming going on. A continued warming. So the last time we had a triple dip La Nina was much colder. Look at this. Clear increase in global temps. The climate crisis is here, and it's here to stay. This is why we must act on global warming and stop the climate breakdown. We must stop climate breakdown as fast as we can. Not just by adapting, but also changing our lifestyles. Investing in nuclear energy, renewable energy, geothermal energy. Yes, nuclear energy. You think it's really dangerous, but nuclear energy actually, even with all the meltdowns that we've had, has killed much fewer people in all of its history of nuclear energy than 1 year of air pollution, just air pollution from fossil fuels, 1 year. 3 to 4 million people die every single year from air pollution. That's more than COVID deaths, just for your information. Every year, 3 to 4 million people have died from air pollution. Yes, nuclear energy, specifically molten salt reactors, thorium. They're meltdown proof. They are meltdown proof. You can't have a nuclear accident because a nuclear fuel is already molten, because it operates at 400 to 500 degrees Celsius, which is perfect for generating energy. Yes, I don't know. So really, really impressive technology. We can literally combine carbon from the atmosphere, combine it with ammonia, and make dimethyl ester, which is basically could be a replacement for diesel fuels. There is a scientist, a nuclear engineer by the name of Kirk Sorensen, who explained this. He has a channel by the well, not him, but Gordon McDowell, brilliant scientist. We can literally completely go off of carbon and not have to use less electricity. Unfortunately, while renewables are great for the environment, you would think because it's less carbon, yes, but it's very environmentally destructive, because you have to cut down forests to build wind turbines. You're going to have to use all these chemicals to make the solar panels, because you have to use all these chemicals. So, I'm going off on a little tangent here. However, thorium is extremely common in the Earth's crust. You don't have to mine thorium, because when you mine for gold and silver and other metals, you're pulling up thorium. So you don't have to mine it separately. It's already there. It's everywhere. It's not a rare earth. It's a common earth element. It's literally as common as lead, and it's hardly radioactive. Thorium, it's very inert, has a half-life of several billion years. The shorter the half-life, the more radioactive it is. But in order to get thorium to convert into uranium-233, thorium-232 into thorium-233, you have to hit it with a proton or with a neutron, and then that would, get the conversion starting. It would breed the thorium into uranium, which takes about a month in the reactor. So this is perfect, and it's meltdown proof. It's basically weapons proliferation proof. It's theft proof, because if you were to steal uranium-233, which is impossible because you would have to open the reactor core, which is, you can't really steal uranium, and it's not solid. It's a molten fuel. Even if somehow it was possible to steal the nuclear fuel, because it's so radioactive, alarms would immediately start going off. Nuclear detectors. It gives off X-rays, not the the harmful stuff that would cause you cancer. Just X-rays. It's not like it would linger in the environment forever, but it would cause the X-ray detectors to go off. Means that whoever stole the fuel will immediately get caught. So impossible to steal, and also really hard to use in nuclear bombs, because the uranium would disrupt the electronics, and even better, it consumes plutonium as a nuclear fuel. So almost all the transuranics, and americium, curium, and all this other transuranic waste that we have now from today's reactors, molten salt reactors, especially the liquid fluoride thorium reactor, can use it for energy, eliminating nuclear waste. And whatever is left over, about less than 1%, is needed. There is one, the thorium decay chain produces an element of plutonium, but it's not the type that you use in nuclear bombs. It's plutonium-238, which is perfect for batteries. But plutonium-238, again, can be fissioned in thorium, in the thorium reactor. So one of its byproducts that already can be used in the reactor is actually a very needed thing for space exploration, and also bismuth-213. So yeah, let's change. What the fuck? Yeah, that's not okay. This guy's been harassing Johnny for years. He's a freaking cyber bully and just a jerk. Disgusting. I'm sorry, but I have no tolerance for cyber bullies. Extremely ableist, and also I'm just gonna put it out there, but Johnny's a really good person.
Hello,
Yes, it's working.
yep,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Okay, Johnny, let me go back on the hurricane. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna mute myself for just a moment.
Okay.
Johnny, can I
I don't care.
All right. All right. I'm just gonna announce it on my channel.
I shared your video on my community page, and yet they show up.
Yeah. So my friend Johnny Westbrook here. I've known him for years, and I am personally non-binary, and I'm on the autism spectrum. Just gonna put it out there. Johnny has had to pretend to be against the LGBT community because he's being harassed by certain people who are trying to impersonate him online, and it's because of people like this guy right here why Johnny has been unfortunately having to change who he is. I mean, no, he's not gay. No. He is straight, but he's not homophobic. He's not a transphobe. I've known Johnny for my whole life. I've known him since I was about, since 2017. I've known him for years. In fact, he's one of my best friends. He's been there for me in really tough situations, and I can attest to him. I mean, he didn't ask me to do this. I'm just doing this because he's a really good person. There's been a lot of cyberbullying going on, and I just want to put it out there for him. Yeah, Johnny is not a homophobe. So, guys, there are actually homophobic people out there that are scumbags that will attack a LGBT person. I've personally been harassed because I'm non-binary. I've personally been bullied. Those are the type of people you need to go after. But just putting it out there, Johnny is a really good person. You know, he's helped me so much with my live streams. He's done so much for me. You know, he doesn't let his ego get the best of him. I'm a really small YouTuber. I barely had 1,000 subscribers. When Johnny befriended me, I had only a couple hundred subscribers, and he helped me. He really helped me, and I'm so grateful for him. You know, I'm so grateful for everything he's done for me. But putting that aside, let's now look at Hurricane Idalia. Or Hurricane. I'm just going to reset this. I want to see that. Remove. I just want to see there. Alright. I don't want to view the message. Cannot moderate this user. Alright. Fine. You know what? Cannot moderate this user. What the hell? You know what? Hold on. I'm just going to reset it now. Cut. Alright. Alright, so let's look back at satellite. I'm just going to go back. Yeah. Hurricane, yeah, so Hurricane... So my concern, here's my concern. This is what I'm expecting. Lee will end up being further to the south. So let's say Lee will end up down here. And Lee will basically go up like this. But I don't think it's going to be here. I think it's going to be somewhere around here in New England area. Because already the GEFS, the global ensembles, the GFS ensembles, look at that. I was talking about this since last night, that I'm expecting it to go further west. At this point in time, look at this, well out there. And again, still well out there. But I was saying it's going to go further west. I've been saying that and saying that because I just had a feeling. And I'll look further west. I mean, look what this is here. But earlier, look at that. They had it here, but now they're trended west. Again, let's look around hour 174. Okay, that might be a good sign. Again, looks like a high pressure system over here. So, keep in mind, the Euro had some, had me a little concerned. It all depends on this trough right here. This, yeah. If it ends up here, let's say it ends up further south. Let's say it's a little weaker, and the steering currents are weaker, and it ends up here, and this trough is just a little further north. It could potentially go up the coast or do something like this. Maybe it won't make a direct landfall, but it'll have a lot of effects on the East Coast. Let's see, 18Z, right? You see why this is happening right here? Because they're saying, okay, there's going to be a concentration of lows here, but also some over here. So let's look at the European right now. As I said, this was not an eye. Your center of circulation is somewhere over here. It's a very lopsided storm. This may actually allow the storm to go further west. Yeah, it's somewhere around 15, like 15.3, 15.4 degrees north. Because when I saw the models last night, they said at this point in time the storm should be here, but it's over here. So it's already taken the southern end of the track already. So let's look at the forecast models. Let's look at EC, the EC fast model for the 18Z. Yeah, I mean the ensembles for the EPS right here. Oh, that's some good news. Look at that. Oh, 12Z. But 0Z. Oh. Hold on. There's definitely some disagreement. Actually, this is a good sign, guys. This is a good sign. Here's why. You see this this trough right here? If this can dig a little further south, if this this is what will pick up Lee. It's upper level low here. But look at that. If Lee stays further to the south and this upper level low decides that it's just going to skirt by, you could have a major problem. Yeah, YouTube is deciding to further squash the small YouTubers. Let's see, North America, right? Let's see. Oh. This may actually allow Lee... This actually may allow Lee to find a weakness and go out to sea. Because, let's see. At 0Z, you got a high pressure system between what will be a hurricane here. So now they're, look at that, Lee is saying, oh, the GFS saying, oh, look at that, there's going to be a bit of a Fujiwara effect. This actually may allow Lee to take a sharp left-hand turn. I mean, right-hand turn and go out to sea. So, yeah. But this is still up in the air. I mean, is this even going to happen? Is this might happen, might not? I mean, will it go out to sea? If, let's see, 18Z, right? Now, this is not good. Let's see. So this is a major concern. Alright, I'm going to call Johnny now. I just wanted to...
Welcome to Verizon Wire.
Of course. It's freaking 1 a.m. in the morning. Hold on, I'm going to have to turn on my Wi-Fi. Damn. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Andy. Okay, could you put it on speaker so Sammy can hear me? Just
Yeah.
to let you know, Sammy's in the live chat.
Yeah, I'm aware. I just checked.
Okay. Sammy, I want to confirm to you, and Andy's going to also confirm. Andy does not work with the people. Andy does not have any contact with the people. Andy has been confronted by the people on his live chat before because I promoted his video.
When, today?
Sammy thinks you're in contact with
Hell no. No. No, and I don't want to be.
He thinks because he's right with Cole, he thinks he's going to be right about you. And I keep telling him that he's not, and he's looking at me stupid, and it's really annoying me.
No, I'm done with whole Discord and all this other crap. I don't even have a Discord anymore. I mean, Discord, Snapchat anymore.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I try to stay away from this drama. I mean, I don't want to lose my viewers, so I'm just going to talk about weather. Can we just talk about the weather right now, Johnny?
Huh? Wait, what you got?
Can we just talk about the weather, Johnny?
Yeah.
All right.
You can.
Let's not talk about all this negativity and pessimism and other stuff. All right. So right now, I'm looking at Hurricane Lee, but Hurricane Jova, holy shit, it is a high-end 5. I have never in my entire life seen a storm this bad before. This is the worst I've ever seen any hurricane.
I know.
This is the worst. I mean, this is a 5, Johnny. This is a 5. This is a high-end 5. And I don't agree with the National Hurricane Assessment that this is only 160. I think it's worse. I mean, current storms. Let's see. Hova. Let's see. Hova right now, 160? Absolutely not. It's not 160. I think it's like 170, 180. Pressures are likely around 900 millibars or lower. I mean, this is a monster. This is a beast of a storm. I don't think Lee's going to get anything to this strength. I think the strongest Lee will get is maybe 140, 150. There's just too much wind shear, Johnny. There's just too much shear right now.
Way too much shear.
Yeah. And my concern at this moment is that Lee might go further west because of its weakening. However, there is a bit of a saving grace.
Yep. And it's about.
Invest 96L. This system here. What the hell? It's a radiotropical storm. Look at this rotation. It's spinning already.
What's spinning?
Invest 96L. It's passing right over the Cape Verde Islands. It's right over Cabo Verde right now. This is the Cape Verde Islands, Johnny, right here. Cape Verde. Yeah, this is a radiotropical storm. I don't care that they're saying it's an invest. Johnny, look at this.
Where is this?
In the Atlantic. It's already a fully fledged tropical storm. I mean, look at this. Yeah, it's spinning and everything. I mean, look at this. It's better organized than freaking Lee. Look at this. Look at this, Johnny.
It's just spinning.
Yeah, it's spinning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lee, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I wake up tomorrow morning and find it's a 60-mile-an-hour tropical storm. Look at this. Look at this, Johnny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right over the southern Cape Verde, so let's see where it is right now. Let's see where it is right now. Layers, terrain, no, trap. Come on, more layers, come on. No. Default, okay, default. Oh man, they changed it? Ugh. I want default. Johnny, they changed Google Maps. Yeah. Anyway, right now it's here. Oh, look at that. It's right near the capital. So yeah, Invest 96L is pretty much, the center of it is pretty much right near Sao Tome and Principe. Right over near, San Felipe. Sorry, Sao Tome and Principe is different. That's Senegal, I believe. Yeah, that's here. Sao Tome and Principe is here. Yeah, this is actually volcanic islands. This is a volcanic chain of islands known as the Cameroon Rise. Yeah, and the last eruption was from Mount Cameroon, which is Mount Cameroon right here. This is the Cameroon Rise. It's basically caused by a weakness in the Earth's crust that allows magma to rise up. Likely caused by, you see how right here you get a major junction here. How the African plate goes up and then sideways, because this is where South America and Africa were conjoined together during Pangea, and the separation of the two continents right at this junction is what allowed the weakness to form and allows the magma to go up. So this is not caused by a hotspot volcanism. It's not caused by subduction, and it's not caused by rifting. It is just a weakness in Earth's crust that allows volcanoes to form because of the breakup of Pangea. This is actually still related. This volcanism here is related to Pangea's breakup. That's still ongoing.
166 miles per hour? Boy, that's going to be
I don't agree. No, Johnny, it's not going to be 166.
What kind of method they use?
Okay, so let's look at a hurricane. Yeah, a tropical. Well, I would definitely say this is a tropical storm right now. I would already dub this as tropical storm. So I would already dub this as tropical storm Margot. Yeah, it's already Margot, I believe. So the center of the storm. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back to Napoli. So anyway, yeah. There we go. So let's see. Cabo Verde, Praia. These are these islands speak Portuguese, so these are Portuguese islands. São Felipe, Praia. So these are this is a former Portuguese colony. Cabo Verde. Let's go to Weather Underground. Let's see, Cabo Verde. 81 mile an hour winds, north winds at 17. Let's look at the report. In fact, these are going to be more live reports. Shoot! Darn it. 29.83 inches. Oh wait, Cabo Verde radar. I'm going to try to see the radar from Cape Verde. I could look at the radar to see if this is a tropical storm or if it's still just an area of low pressure. Oh yeah, Johnny, this is a tropical storm.
What's a tropical storm?
Margot, it's already a tropical storm. It's already spinning. This is not an invest, Johnny. This is a tropical storm. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. It's fully formed. So your center of circulation is to the southeast of Praia and São Felipe.
Where is this going?
It's moving west right now.
It's moving west. It's moving west.
I mean, it's already a tropical storm. I need a radar.
You need a radar.
Sal Cabo Verde weather radar. I can't find a good radar, Johnny. I'm trying to look for a radar site.
Have you ever heard of radars?
Johnny, São Felipe doesn't have radar scope. They're not on the radar.
Oh man.
Radar scope only has radar sites in United States, Canada, and Germany.
And Australia, don't forget that.
Yeah, and Australia, but that's about it. Oh. When you look at that, there's more storms heading my way.
Lucky.
Well, to my north. They're actually going to miss me, but... Yeah, this is... Yeah, see, there's no radar here. This is where I need to be looking. At Cabo Verde, but...
Do you think that El Nino is the reason why it's so freaking hot and dry here?
Yes.
It is because of El Nino?
the heat waves, Johnny. It's mostly because of the heat waves. There we go. This is the one I was looking for. No, this is technology, security. Weak storms, nothing severe.
We just need some rain. And because of the drought, there is saltwater intrusion into freshwater. It's really affecting the fishing.
Ow.
It makes me sad that I can't even catch them. Well, I mean, I can, but
This is Veracruz. I said Cabo Verde, not freaking Mexico. Oh, VZ. Come on.
what the latest GFS Whoa! Two hurricanes back to back.
What do you mean 2 hurricanes back to back? Yeah, yeah, there's a tropical storm just south of Cabo Verde. Yep. All right, so let's. Hey, Johnny, I gotta go right now. I'll talk to you later. All right. Thanks. Bye. All right. Oh, this is what I was looking for. SIMSS microwave. Ha ha ha. What is it called? SIMS. SIMSS. Oh, Sims. The freak? How the heck does he microwave? Yes. Oh, CI. Thank you. I do believe the winds are much stronger than 140 knots. These are just estimations. 140 knots. Yep, it's getting stronger. Look how quickly it became a Cat 5. Just within a couple hours. I mean, it blew up. Look how many hours. Right here. It literally did this. It undergo extremely fast, rapid intensification. Look at that. All right. Let's look at Atlantic. Hurricane Lee. As I said, yeah. It is very disorganized, though. This is as of September 6th. .44, 45, 46. So it got almost to about 47 degrees. Let's see. Let's see what Johnny. Yeah. The spaghetti models. Let's see. This is stupid. Yeah, so, oh man. Yeah, so here's the thing. So I know you might think, hey, it's not really developed, but look. If hurricane hunters were flying into this, I guarantee you they would say, okay, it's a tropical storm. I think they should already use the ADT for this. They should already use the advanced work technique for this. The Eastern Atlantic. $141 knots, yeah, all right. $44, $45, $46. Almost got up to $47. Let's see where it is now. Oh yeah, I mean, again, my God. Oh, crap. Oh, this water. Shit. Alright, so yeah. I mean, this could be the eye, but as I said, I don't think that's the eye. Well, let's look at Hurricane Hova right now. Yeah, this is a Cat 5, guys. This is... I mean, if a Hurricane Hunter plane flew in there, they'll probably find winds of 170, 180 miles per hour, pressures under 900 millibars. I almost guarantee that. This is the strongest storm I've ever seen. I'm gonna see what Johnny David's doing now. Oh yeah, he's using the. This is what he's looking at. He's looking at the hurricane ensembles, the HMON. All right. So it's between 64 and 65, and between about 23.5 and 64.5. Yep. Here it is at 22.5 and 64.5, so it's a little further south here. Hello? Thought I heard something inside. Alright, guys, so... So, looking right now here, I'm looking on my phone. You guys won't be able to see it. This is, again, let's see where it is now. Hour 96. 22 north, let's see where it is here. So 62 west. And here it is 22 north and about 63 west. Oh no, here, 18Z. It's almost 63, but over 22 here. It is closer to 23, so here they had it here, so a little further northeast. Again, 63 and 22, so here it is. Yeah. Let's look at icon model. 18Z icon. Oh. So it's this upper level low here. Fact. Further west, so NavGen. It may actually become a Cat 5. Look at that, 916 millibars. Let's see, so purple, see white, so yeah, Cat 5, they're saying. Okay, Cat 5. 908 millibars, geez. What level of these winds? Lower dynamics. Ah. I'm trying to see the winds of the surface. Come on, give me surface winds. No, I need surface winds. No, that's Cape. There we go. 2 flags and 2 lines. That's 100 knots. They're saying 120 knots. Let's see. What is it sounding? The sounding. Alrighty. So they're saying 100 at ground level, 120 knot winds. So they're saying, I don't think that's even right in the eye wall, so. Oh, 1. That's the eye wall right there. Okay, let's look at this. That's 100 knots. That's 110, 120, 125 knots. So that's almost Cat 4. That's Cat 4 winds right there. Keep in mind these are surface winds. Wow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Let's see. So that is 30 knots. So that's 135 knots right here. Let's see. Let's read this. To read this accurately, let's look at the winds here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and a little dot there, a little thing right there. Right. 135 knots, or was it? No. 1, 2, 3, and then 135 knots. I think I read that correctly, right? Let me check. Make sure I read that correctly. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 135 knots. That's high-end Cat 4 winds. Yeah, that's right on the cusp of Cat 5. I mean, look at that, 155 miles per hour. Jesus Christ. All right. Right here. Okay, let's see. That's 135 knots. That's just one part of the eye wall. Nope. Jeez, look at that. That's 140 knots. Yep, right there, 140 knots. That's 140. 161. What hour is this? Hour. Copy link. Yep, right there. Let me see. I'm gonna unmute, see if David can hear me.
I will show those again. That's coming from Carla Moorman. We'll go to the GEFS, which is the only one that's really out at the moment. Go to this. So again, go to the eastern seaboard sector.
All right. So yeah, that's Cat 5 winds. No, it says he retracted the message. Alright, guys, let me see if David did anything with that.
There's all. I'm only as good as the models are, okay? I say what the. Oh, I see what I say. Or I say what I see. And what I see is what I say. And we're at 924 millibars on the half B run. So very strong outcome. Now this is category 5 almost here. That's very strong. Really strong. Alrighty. If you all haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Man, I want to thank you all for participating. And actually, we're almost up to 13.5k subs. I absolutely appreciate this. I really do. And yes, I will have 2 videos out today if you're in Eastern time. One is scheduled for 12:30 in the afternoon or so, between 12 and 12:30, and another one is scheduled for about 7 or 8 o'clock, which is about 4 or 5 o'clock my time. Remember, I'm 3 hours behind some of you, so yeah, don't expect it at 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern time, but expect it at like 7.
Yeah. All right.
Seven or 8 o'clock. Spiff up our thumbnail a little bit. Okay. Okay. Couldn't make it move to the Bahamas? Weather alert is asking. Very slim possibility. It is a slim chance that it does. Okay? A very slim chance that it does. We will keep you updated on that. The cone is very wide, so there's a lot of uncertainty with it. David, will this be a Category 5? My intensity forecast does call this to become a Category 5 with winds up to 160 miles an hour by Sunday night. Alright, between Saturday night and Sunday night, I forecast a Category 5 with winds of 160 miles an hour. The NHC calls for 155, I call for 160. Alright, anything else? All I gotta say, I love you guys, and I want to thank you all for joining tonight. Be sure, if you haven't already, share, like.
Big dental bills can often come as a shock, but there's an affordable solution. Dental insurance for
Sponsors for the Eastern Seaboard, so now is the time to share this, to get this out to thousands, if not millions of people, and hit the like button on my future videos, and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. But anyways, you all, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll be back with you more tomorrow with another update on Hurricane Lee, as long as it remains a threat. Alright? Peace out.
David, wait!
2 videos tomorrow, by the way. Mark your calendar. 9 or 9:30 in the morning, followed by a second one between 4 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, all in Pacific time. So make sure you mark your calendar, set your alarm, that sort of thing. All right, now, peace. Have a good night.
Damn it. No, great video, David. Just didn't hope you'd... Alright, I'm going to have to call David Schlotthauer because I think he ended his stream too prematurely. Damn it, David, you ended your stream too early. David, you ended your stream too early. The Euro is coming out in the next hour. I'm calling right now. Damn it. I already know how the Great Lakes are created. It was created by glaciers, all the way from Great Slave Lake to the Great Lakes here. It's part of the greater glacial lake. I want to help you with your live stream. Period. I want to help you however I can. My concern is that if Hurricane Lee takes a longer time to strengthen, as it's still pretty disorganized, it'll end up further west and south, which can cause Lee to miss the upper level low that's going to be over the northeast. And this could allow Lee to potentially impact the East Coast. Alright, so David decided to go to bed. I mean, it is 11 a.m. p.m. where he is, so. Hurricane Lee right now is still getting its act together, but yeah. This is showing out to be some pretty massive intensification. I'm still waiting for European to load, so I'm not sure if the EC Fast has loaded yet. Yep, it's loaded. Boom, boom. Okay, the European is loading right now, so that's exactly why I was a little worried that David ended his stream too soon. Same position though. EC Fast. It's a little further east. Okay. So there is definitely a change here. Alright, so we're looking at the European right now. This is the EC Fast model. So I'm going to end the stream right now because it looks like no one's watching. I don't think I